Welcome to Studio Bovine. Today we have David Renter from Kansas State University. Welcome.
Thank you.
David, you're the director of the Center for Outcomes Research and Education. Can you explain what outcomes research is?
Yeah, sure. So outcomes research is actually a discipline area that's fairly widely accepted and integrated in human health, but not commonly spoke of in the animal health or veterinary profession. Basically, what outcomes research involves is determining and quantifying the value of animal health interventions, often using population data to help inform decision makers to optimize decisions in terms of our animals in this case, yeah.
And what does the center do?
Well, the center does a lot of different things. So as the name suggests, we have both a research mission and an educational mission. In terms of research, we work with a lot of collaborators and partners in industry, with practicing veterinarians, etc., to evaluate interventions in production settings in the case of cattle. And then in terms of our educational mission, we're working on developing programs all the way from the early students to executive training programs and training programs for practicing veterinarians. So,
and you told me you're there for around a year already.
Right.
Who is coming to the center to have some support or who wants to learn something?
Right.
Who are your collaborators?
Collaborators, yeah. Yeah, so we started the center just over a year ago, and there's a number of exciting things that we've got going on that are not quite ready for prime time, but right now we're collaborating on some big national initiatives for research on infectious disease in cattle, for example, food safety initiatives involving federal grants, but also collaborators with cattle producers and practicing veterinarians. In terms of educational mission, we're developing some programs for training veterinarians in the field, but we've also held some short courses for very targeted audiences, a short period of time, a few days at a time, and we're developing more of those as we move forward. So,
what's the biggest challenge?
The biggest challenge, one of our biggest challenges thus far, is explaining to the veterinary community and the animal health sector what is outcomes research, because, as I said, it's not a common terminology, common language in veterinary profession and in animal health. So explaining what that is and how that can be useful for veterinarians to evaluate their services is one of the key challenges in the early part of our mission.
And do you have like a practical example of how you have helped a vet in the field or a producer to show the value of an intervention?
Yeah, so some of the examples that I could use in the bovine sector, I think probably the easiest ones to explain is oftentimes when we're looking at a product, for example, a vaccine, we've done the research and we continue to do the research to show that it works, the efficacy question that we're probably more familiar with. But oftentimes the question that the veterinarian or the producer has is not just does it work, but what are the costs and what are the benefits. So we've done a series of research projects, for example, where we determine efficacy, but we also determine what are the costs associated with production, what are the benefits in terms of benefits to the producer or the beef industry, or in the case of food safety interventions, even beyond that, what are the benefits to society and public health. So it's much broader than does the product work for this set of animals in this situation. So
exactly. Well, Studio Bovine is aimed towards the field practitioner. What's your take-home message for them?
Yeah, probably the take-home message for a practitioner would be, and I know we talk about this often, is to value your services, and there are ways and methodologies and outcomes research that helps us do that, right? And they've been developed on the human side, but they're often transferable to help us change the conversation a little bit from what does it cost to what is the value, what is the cost and the benefits, and have that broader conversation with the clients. And I think there's opportunities for veterinarians in the field to do that.
Okay, last question. Can they contact you, or how can they get the help of the center?
Yeah, probably the easiest way to contact us is to find our website, and since we're the only center for outcomes research and education in animal health and veterinary medicine, it's pretty easy to find with any search engine, and it has my contact information and our center coordinators' contact information, and could certainly go from there.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank
Good
you.
luck.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for watching Studio Bovine, and hope to see you again.